He was a state assemblyman of this area. He was appointed member of the Public Employment Relations Board by Governor Jerry Brown. He was appointed as a Foreign Service officer for the U.S. Department of State by President Carter, and he served in Guatemala, Barbados, and Belgium. And he was appointed Director of Recruitment for the Peace Corps by the Clinton administration when such positions were far removed from the opportunity list of most Hispanics. His pioneering efforts in these fields opened doors for many Latinos. Even today, as a university professor and political writer, Dr. Gonzalez is a model citizen to whom Latinos in Kern County owe a significant debt of gratitude. As a classroom teacher, Dolores Huerta became frustrated seeing the poverty and the poor treatment of farm workers' families in her town. She realized that she wanted to have a bigger impact than teaching could give her.
How much have you been getting for a day's work?
Only $2.
$2 a day?
Yes.
You have a little boy. Would you like him to be a farm worker?
No, sir. I've been working all my life in fields, and I don't think it'd be the best place for him. I'd like for him to get a good education.
In 1955, she was a founding member of the Stockton chapter of the Community Service Organization, or CSO. Recognizing the needs of farm workers, Dolores organized and founded the Agricultural Workers Association in 1960. It was through her work with CSO that Dolores met Cesar Chavez. In 1962, after the CSO had turned down Chavez's request to organize farm workers, Dolores and Cesar joined forces and formed the National Farm Workers Association, the predecessor of the UFW. By 1965, Dolores and Cesar had been organizing farm workers and their families throughout the San Joaquin Valley.
Our plan had been to quietly organize for 5 years and to try to get the whole San Joaquin Valley organized before we even talked about doing anything like a strike. Then when the strike happened, well, everything, just changed.
On September 8, 1965, Filipino farm workers struck for higher wages in Delano after they had been successful in the Coachella Valley. On September 16, 1965, the NFWA with Chavez and Huerta voted to join the strike. This would last 5 years. I think we brought to the world, the United States anyway, the whole idea of boycotting as a nonviolent tactic. I think we showed the world that nonviolence can work to make social change. Dolores Huerta. For more than 30 years, Dolores Huerta remained Cesar Chavez's most loyal and trusted advisor. Together they founded the Robert Kennedy Medical Plan, the Juan de la Cruz Farm Workers Pension Plan, and the Farm Workers Credit Union. They also founded the National Farm Workers Communications Organization with 5 radio stations. Dolores Huerta is the most prominent Latina labor leader in the United States. For more than 30 years, she has dedicated her life to the struggle for justice and dignity for farm workers. She has been a role model for Mexican American women throughout the country, and she has been honored with countless community service, labor, Hispanic, and women's awards throughout the United States, among them the following. Famous statements by Dolores Huerta include, "Don't be a marshmallow. Walk the streets with us into history. Get off the sidewalk. Stop being vegetables. Work for justice. Viva the boycott." Giving kids clothes and food is one thing, but it's much more important to teach them that other people besides themselves are important, and that the best thing they can do with their lives is to use them in the service of other people.